Most Australians don't understand how Christmas Island is just a jewel in the Indian Ocean. It's the most magnificent island in the world.
An isolated, pristine combination of crystal blue waters, lush tropical jungles, jagged cliffs, beautiful beaches.
I've been to 200 countries in the world, and one of my favourite places is Christmas Island because it's so different and so few people have ever been there.
But this is what most Australians remember of this tiny place in the Indian Ocean, home to the detention centre. Riots, fires, asylum seekers trying to get to this country, and sadly those who have paid with their lives. But Christmas Island's detention centre is earmarked for closure in the next few months, and a young Australian couple plan to reinvigorate the island by building a new, exclusive eco-resort.
We finally came up with the idea of building 8 of these luxury little eco-chalets, each one nestled in its own private section of jungle.
Amateur adventurers and photo tourism operators Chris and Jess Bray have taken Aussies to the 4 corners of the earth on holidays. They've trekked across snow and ice, navigated an old rebuilt sailing boat through the Northwest Passage above the top of Canada and Alaska, but they fell in love with Christmas Island.
It's just such an incredible lost world. You know, people call it the Galapagos of the Indian Ocean, and it's easy to see why.
In 2016, the Christmas Island Tourism Association called for expressions of interest to develop an eco-resort inside the massive national park, which occupies 2/3 of the island. Chris and Jess scoured the world for ideas, how to build and what to build, with the support of Australian adventurer Dick Smith.
You might say, isn't that crazy to put a resort where there's asylum centre, you know, the jail and everything, but people have got the wrong idea about Christmas Island, and to travel there and stay in this resort, it's going to be absolutely fantastic and successful.
The resort, called Swell Lodge, will feature up to a dozen pole-mounted chalets like these, with wall-to-wall, floor-to-ceiling glass windows to take advantage of the spectacular cliff-top views. Now they're looking for volunteers to help build, and Dick Smith has chipped in himself.
I admire Chris and Jess Bray. I think they're a wonderful couple. They don't have much money, so I said, look, I'll volunteer 3 airfares for people to travel from Australia to Christmas Island and be a volunteer.
There are 3 volunteer jobs available, and this will be your workplace, one of the most unique habitats left on the planet. Swell Lodge is scheduled to open for business in June this year, but a stay won't be cheap, almost $700 a night.
It's expensive, but look, if you want to go to the best place in the world, it's going to cost some money, and you'll probably only go 3 or 4 nights.
Soon it might be more than the 50 million crabs migrating to Christmas Island, as detainees and the dark history of the detention centre are removed, and a new eco-tourism chapter for this island begins.
It's one of the most fantastic places I've ever been to in my life, and every Australian should try and get there.